Hi everyone, welcome to Veronika Hub. Today I have a pretty useful project to show you. So we're doing cosmetic pads out of the Woolly Hugs FROTTEE this time. This is washable at 60 degrees Celsius and it's 100% cotton. So that means that you can also dry them in the dryer. And for today's project, I'm gonna do the cosmetic pads with my 4mm hook. So we are going to start with a little ring and then we're going to grow it with our additions. Then we will go back on the other side to make it smaller and finish it, and you'll need a regular needle for weaving in the leftover yarn, and you can also use a contrasting piece of yarn as a marker. So you can see what this looks like up close. Since I want to start with a magic ring, I will pull the very end a bit longer so that this is a bit thinner when I work around it. So I hope you can see it well on camera. So this way it will be easier to pull the stitches together in the ring when we finish it. So the ring should be from a pulled section of the yarn. So just make sure to pull nicely, not to rip it, but to still kind of stretch it out and make it smoother. Then we go into the ring, we take the thread through and we do a chain for the height. Into the ring, we are gonna do 7 single crochets. Four, 6 and 7, and now pull the ring slowly, and into the first chain we're gonna do a slip stitch. A chain for the height, and now I'll mark the beginning of my round with my contrasting thread. Now let's do 2 singles into each existing stitch. This is 4 for now. 6, 8, 10, 14, and now the round we always close with a slip stitch. Then we do a chain for the height and we again mark this beginning, and now we will change it a little bit. So we will do 1 single into the one stitch and then 2 singles into the next one. And we keep doing that. 1 per stitch, 2 per stitch, and then you repeat. So you can think about it differently. We want to add 7 stitches per each row and we want it to be nice and symmetrical. One stitch and then 2. One more time. Again, a slip stitch to close the round. Again, put the contrasting thread up and do a chain for the height, and then 2 times a single stitch into the existing one. And then into the following or third stitch from the beginning, we do 2 singles. The 5th gets 1, the 6th 2, and 7th and 8th we do into the same spot. Then again, 2 get just 1, and 1 gets 2 singles. "13 and 14 are single ones, and 15 and 16 are in the same spot. And again, 2 stitches get 1 single each, the third one gets 2 singles. And again. "25th and 26th are single ones, and stitches 27 and 28 we will do into the same spot. And then you can do a slip stitch to end the round. One more round with additions. So again, for the height, a chain, and then 3 times a single crochet into each stitch. The 4th spot is going to get 2 stitches. So we're just doing an addition into every 4th stitch. Three single stitches, and the 4th gets 2. These 3 get just 1 single. And then 2 into the same spot. Then again, 3 gets just 1 single each. And again, 4th one gets doubled. And then again, 3 with 1 single each. One doubled, and again count the 3. And then a doubled. And with a slip stitch, and now that we have our desired size, we can compare this with my finished one. So now comes around for moving to the other side. So we are doing a doubled piece this time with 2 sides. So we will do a chain for the height, and then we will go from the back to the front, and then we do a single crochet. first one, now the second. They are pretty easy and quick to do. Five, seven, nine, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19, 21, 23, 25, 27, 29, 31, 33, and 35, and we close with a slip stitch. And now we begin with the reductions. So for that, we're going to do a chain, and let me get that. Also mark the beginning. Then 3 single stitches. Into the 4th and 5th we go through and we do them together. So that's a reduction. Then again 3 regular ones and the next 2 together to reduce 2 to 1. This was 3 new ones and then 2 together again. And again, 3 regular ones, then 2 together. And again, these 2 together, 3 regular ones, and repeat. There we go, reduction. And now again we do these two together, we're done, and we close with a slip stitch, we do a chain, and we again move our mark. Two singles as always, and the third and fourth together. So that's a reduction now. And always do regular ones and then two together. And again. So two normal singles and then two done together. When we do two together, that's how we reduce two stitches to one. So we actually kind of merged them that way. I guess you can look at it that way too. And with a slip stitch, again chain for the height and move the mark. The first one is going to be a normal one and the next two are together. So now we reduce every other stitch. And you see that it's pretty easy because it's always the same thing. You just gotta count carefully and make sure you're concentrating so that you don't miss a spot or do something weird. Again, one single one and then two together. Close with a slip stitch and again chain for the height. And now we will do pairs. So we're reducing each stitch. So the first and second we will do together as one, the third and fourth as well, and so on. We are getting close to our end here, so we have just a little bit more to do. Okay, now again end with a slip stitch. And we can shorten the thread. We need about 15 centimeters and pull through the loop. Through the first stitch and pull through, then into the second and through, same with the following ones. Fifth, sixth and seventh, which is the last stitch. pull nicely, and now we need to weave this in. So I'll cut it a bit shorter again, and now I'll again pull a bit of it out. Again, shorten so that I have 10 centimeters left. Then it can fit through your sewing needle, and we then can simultaneously close up the hole we have and weave in the end thread. Finish on the inside and cut short, and we're done. If you want to do multiple ones, out of one entire spool you can get about 10 pads, maybe even more, and I think this is a great gift that you can do. It's really easy to do. It's something that almost everybody who does makeup or just wants a clean face can do. So let me know what you think. Feel free to shoot a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and I'll see you in my next project. Have a great day. Bye!